just pay for a couple of rounds of beer. I think that actually raises the... Yeah. It raises the liking of the town for you by a little bit, I think, but not too much. We'll come here soon. Buckner's house. Oh yeah. And here are the Dunton brothers. If you take anything from their stuff, they get very mad, and I don't want to speak to them right now. They're dicks. They're not very nice. I want to come back here. This is a Brahmin pasture thing. And we have a sledgehammer right here that will sell. It should sell for a good price. Ah, this will fetch a high price. There we go. That knife we picked up in there is very important. And there's the bathhouse here. There's some important things I can pick up in here. Right here, for example, we have rope. Rope is very heavy, but it's an item you always want to carry with you somehow. You always want to have rope available. It can be useful in so many parts in the game, and there's so many parts of the game when I wish, ah, damn it, I wish I had rope right now. It's so useful in this situation, and I don't have any. So for this playthrough, I'm going to try to keep a rope on me at all times, in some way. No, the problem is we don't have much carry weight since we have the small frame perk, or trait. So we're going to need to upgrade our carry weight somehow, and one way to do that is to just get someone else to carry it for us, like a companion of sorts. These people are all whores, I believe. It's called a bathhouse, but I believe that's just a cover name for this place. More rope. Yeah. Let's get out of here. There's also some lewd paintings. Yeah, there's some items in there. This is Vic's place. There are some items you want in here. First of all, right in here, you can find more water flasks. You don't need to take any more. Just keep the one you already have. And back here there's the door. I happen to know this door is trapped. So use your trap skill on the door, and eventually you will detect a trap and use trap skill again, and you will try to now disarm it. Warning, I think when you try to disarm stuff, it can actually trigger and hit you. Oh, I disarmed it. You skillfully disarm traps. So now I have to save. Oh. I should have just added a 1. Easier. This door can jam, and we don't want it to. Got it. Okay. So in here, there's a shelf with stim pack, a pipe rifle, a handmade single-shot rifle, minimum of 5 strengths. You need 5 strengths to even use this at all. Or I don't know if you need it to use it, but I think you'll get accuracy problems if you don't have it. And then Vic's radio. You need this radio. And then take the bullets and the gun. The gun is already loaded. Oh, I'm in max capacity, so you'll get 25 ammo. Here's what we'll do. 107. Probably weigh something like 5. I'll leave one of these clubs in here. Oh, that didn't do it, huh? Still not. See, I need the knife. There we go. I had to leave the scorpion tail. And anyways, I'm gonna stop it here because I need to get something to drink. My throat is all dry because the problem with this game is you have to read all the text. And I need something to drink. So, see you guys soon. Okay, I'm back. So, my throat should be a bit better now. I'm gonna equip this gun in my secondary slot. And it is loaded. If you ever want to unload a gun, just put your mouse over it, right click, hold left click, and then use this so you can take a bullet out. If you want to find out, I'm gonna load it. 5 to 12 damage, range 20. One shot, and then we have to reload. Right? How much does Scorpion Tails weigh? Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna head back to this trader because I think he's a better trader than another person in this town, just because of our You got connections to a den. Come on, I can make me a better deal. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's easier to get discounts if you're a female, because I remember my female character had a really easy time getting the discounts. Let's see here. Deck of tragic cards. Don't care about those. They can be useful for some stuff. Keep the Xander root for now, and the rope. Sell some of these. Pretty much all of my healing powder. See how much all of this stuff amounts up to. Pretty good amount. 5 of these. That is a good amount of money, so let's see. So I can pay for this and have 38 bucks left. No. Here's the thing. I have another idea. How much money? Okay. I need to sell a little bit of stuff. Here's what we're gonna do. How much money does he have? Okay. Should be enough. Okay, so I just want to acquire that money. One of these throwing us probably too much, right? Oh yes, that is expensive. 35, 45. That's fine. We'll lose $2. That's okay. We should have about 350 bucks. 380 bucks. Perfect. So we want to head over here now. And we don't want to talk to this guy yet, because he'll give us a quest that I don't want to do yet. We're going to talk to this woman. Hello there, my name's Arden Buckner, and this is my place. Say, I didn't see a trapper. You didn't see a trapper named Smile outside of town, did you? Half to herself. He's been gone for too long. Never should let him go off on that fool quest of his. Smiley, no, I haven't seen a trapper by that name. Tell me about him. Well, Smiley and me were getting downright serious with each other. I thought I finally gotten to agree to settle down here and help me run this place, but he said he needed to go off on one last quest. A quest? Well, they called it a quest. He told me that he thought he knew where all the gold geckos came from, and he wanted to find out for sure. He thought that maybe it was some kind of magical spring, or maybe a hidden cave or vault of some sort. Well, I hardly don't know what all he said, but he seemed really excited about going, but I shouldn't have let him go. He's 2 weeks later getting back that he said... What? He's 2 weeks later getting back than he said... Oh, he's 2 weeks later getting back than he said, and I'm worried. For a long time I didn't understand what the hell that sentence was. I'd like to help. I could look for him. Oh, thank you. Let me mark on your map where he talked about looking. I'm sure you hope you can find him. He isn't much, but I love him and I miss him more than I thought I could. Please let me find him. Let me ask you some stuff. I was wondering if you're the person who talks about local news and events. You should talk to my daughter, Maida, about that. Okay? Let's talk to her. My name's Maida Buckner. I take care of trading and drinks here. I don't tolerate any child messing our family place up, so you better watch your step here or you end up like Sulik. What do you want? I have some questions for you. Have you heard of something called the Garden of Eden creation kit? Only way I know to create a Garden of Eden is through an old plan of work. Something you tribals just don't seem to understand, but I guess that's the difference between a civilized folk and yourselves. She's not very nice to tribals, is she? Gee, I guess I have a lot to learn from you folks. I'd like to be civilized too someday. I guess. Let me put something else. What's going on in Klamath? Well, Tor's been complaining about bugmen scaring the Brahmin. Not sure if I really believe all the stories, but someone or something has been rustling cattle here in town. Cattle rustling, it leads? Not really, not even sure if there's a connection between this and Brahmin mutilations. Interesting. I don't know what news I should know about. Trap named Smiley's gone missing. Okay. Okay, that's that. What other towns are nearby? There's only a couple of other towns nearby. There's Reading for the southeast and there's Den a few days south, but wouldn't go to the Den. Why wouldn't you go to the Den? The Den is a bad place to go. They even enslave ignorant tribals like yourself. It's a week or so south of here, but most folks that have gone there don't come back. Isn't Sulik your slave, or do you just treat him like one? Sulik's a tribal that's working here to pay off a debt he foolishly incurred. He's not a slave. We don't have slaves in Klamath. Paying off a debt? What do you mean? Well, you see, Sulik got real upset one night and had too much booze. And then when he was good and drunk, he busted up the place. And he did $500 worth of damage just not getting the place repaired. Why did he get so upset? He said that he found out that his sister had been kidnapped by slavers, but you have to ask him more about that. He's here until he can pay off the rest of the damage he did while he was drunk. How much does he have to work off? He still has to pay off $350. For one so lazy and shiftless, it would go quicker for him. He's not leaving here until his debt is paid in full. That's a lot of money. I think he's going to be here for a long time. Well, he may be slow, but he does sort of grow on you after a while. Looks away wistfully, flustered. Now that's enough jaw flapping. Do you need anything else? That's all I need for now. Goodbye. So this is actually a cattle speak.
What can we and I do you for?
I have some questions for you.
We and I know many things. Travel from Great Saltwater to home of biting lizards.
Tell me about the Great Saltwater.
The tribe's home is next to Great Saltwater. 2 moons from here, friend.
2 moons, that's a long ways. How do you travel so far safely?
Friend, with all the spirits walking with me. Not afraid to travel anywhere.
This is something
We
else.
and I be glad
Biting
to
lizards?
hunt geckos. The little dudes don't bite hard. It's the goldens. They go through your leg like an old pipe stem. We and I be glad
Who's
to
we?
have the spirits with me, friend. They be all around. Sometimes talk.
Kind of like extra bats in the belfry, huh?
That'd be funny, friend. At least Grampy Bone thinks so. He say you got wit. Say you're gonna need it.
Who's Grampy Bone?
Him strong spirit.
That's Grampy
Much
Bone.
honor carrying him.
Wait, you mean that bone in your nose?
Keep him close. Easier to touch his spirit. That's why he talk the most.
Hey, I can only hear you talking so far.
We gon' get along just fine. We and I be glad to answer.
What are you doing here?
Slavers got our sis. Thought Vic be having information. Couldn't peep him. Got PO'd. Drank like a fish. Spirits of anger and chaos pop out, and now we have to pay some coin to make it right.
You're looking for Vic the Trader?
Vic the traitor, more like. Comes to village, says he knows about slavers. Tells us to come see him. We go. He ain't there.
Your sister was taken by slavers?
Sis went trading at another village and never come back. We and I go look for her.
What did you find?
One survivor. Dude was in bad shape. Said evil warriors came with magic torches. Fire would lick tribe warriors and they'd go to the spirit.
What about your sis?
The evil warriors tied up the rest and took off. Sis with them. Friend, we be finding her or dying trying.
Sounds like slavers to me. Have you found anything out about them?
We and I know they're slavers at Din. When we're free, we're out of here. We and
Something
I
else.
be glad to
Interested in
answer.
some local information.
What can we and I do you for?
What's going on in town?
Oh, busy place. Bugmen snatching cattle. Spirits walking. Smiley missing.
Tell me about the bugmen.
Tor be telling us about bugs that walk on 2 feet and steal Brahmin. Shook him up.
Bugs on 2 feet. That's steel.
You have more questions for Sulik?
People with things with 2 feet that steal sounds like humans to me. Walking spirits. Tell me about
The
that.
canyon east of Herd area supposed to have a walking, howling spirit, shaking the locals. Grampy Bone don't say a word though.
Interesting.
You have more questions for
Smiley.
Sulik? Smiley's a good hunter. Say he looking for the golden gecko's nest. Didn't come back. You have more questions for Sulik? What can we and I do you
Yes.
for?
What are you doing here?
Slavers
Yeah,
got
yeah,
our
yeah.
sis. Thought Vic
You have
be
to pay
having
for damages?
information. We all made a $350. You heading south? We'll walk about with you and look for sis. You having $350?
So, yes. Here's your $50.
Yeah, we be giving this to Maida, then we be free. Want us to walk by and by?
That'd be great.
We're there. Grampy Bone say we might find Sis with you.
I hope so. In any case, it would be nice to travel with you and your grandfather's bone.
Not just Grampy Bone, all tribe spirits. Grampy Bone just wiser and stronger than the rest. Let's ease on down.
Yeah, okay, Sulik. So, he is now our
What you
companion.
need?
There's a couple of things we need to do first. First of all,
What distance?
stay close to
We and
me.
I stay close if you promise to buy soap in next town.
I need to talk to you about your gear.
You got it, friend.
What kind of weapons can you use?
We be good with fist, spear, big hammer, submachine gun. We be a handful.
Alright, so he can consult the spirits and it could tell you some back stories about areas and some secrets.
The spirits are sometimes hard to understand. They see things you and we can't.
So let's see what they can tell us about this place.
A flower opens its petals to the sun. Seek that which is like the flower.
Interesting. Okay, so first of all,
What you be need?
combat control. Oh, first, actually. He has an armor. Now, he's very tanky, so he doesn't need the armor right now. I need it more than him. He also has a hammer. Good weapon, but I actually want him to have a knife. That sounds weird. Why would you want him to have a knife instead of a mighty hammer? Well, he's crazy. He can attack an enemy once or twice with a hammer, but with a knife, you can attack 3 to 4 times, and he'll do quite a lot of damage. We got an armor now, so we can put it on, and we'll look different. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So, now we have some more armor class as well. So let's talk to this man now. Meet Thor. Nice to meet you, Thor. Anything interesting happening here lately? Bugmen take mumus at night. Thor scared. Help, Thor? Sure, Thor. I can help you guard the Brahmin. Yep, Thor. Mumu's field, point east of here. Now, yes? Yes. Alright. So, I get the first turn, of course. So we get to punch this scorpion a little bit. And if I wouldn't have killed it now would be Sulik's turn. So,
What you be?
I'm gonna give Sulik a lot of stuff to carry. Because I can't carry all of this stuff, man. Oh yeah, carry the rope for me. He has a lot of carry weight because he has high strength. 5 of these, I need to carry one on me. So there we go. Now we'll be able to carry a lot more because he's carrying it all for us. Yeah, 49. I'm not going to use my gun here because I don't have to. So what you should take notice of is over here, the Duncan brothers standing here. And if you remember what they said, they talked about bugmen that walk on 2 legs stealing Brahmin. Now behind the Buckner's house we saw a bunch of Brahmin, and in here we have red scorpion limbs. These red scorpion pincers are hollowed out and have straps with a broken buckle at the end. Broken buckle. Straps. Like someone would put them on and wear them. I think you can put 2 and 2 together already. These guys are stealing his Brahmin. And, yeah. He thinks it's bugmen. It's really just a bunch of assholes. It can be a bit annoying to fight an enemy behind shrubbery and trees like this, because it can be hard to see them and hard to loot them sometimes. As you can see, ow, we got poisoned. Sulik is not moving in to attack. Let's move out in an area we can see more. I don't know if Sulik will follow. Actually, he'll just probably kill him over there. Yeah, he just killed one of them. 9 hit points on his kill. He just hit it for 9 damage with a knife. Non-critical. This is why you don't give him a hammer. Also, hammers knock enemies away really far, so he usually only gets 1 hit on them, because they'll just fly away, and then how is he going to hit him again? They're all the way over there now. So these red scorpions are actually a lot easier than the ones in the temple, I think. They feel easier, at least. I feel like they have less health. There we go. we go. Once the last scorpion has been killed, the Duntons will run away. And he'll be all like, Bug's dead, Muumu's safe, Tora thank you. And we shall leave. Oh, don't worry about the poison thing, by the way. We'll take poison damage every now and then. It's not too bad if we've just been poisoned once. But poison can stack. Basically, if we go in here, you'll see poisoned. And depending on the color of it, it will change to different colors. And the redder it gets, I believe, the more poison you got in you. Oh, damn it. Yes, anyways, oh yeah. Let's go up here now. And open this door. Go out to these Brahmin, go up to them, and inspect. That's strange, these Brahmin don't have the same brand on them. It looks like someone comes to put their own brand over whatever was there before. So there was a brand on them, and someone just put their own over it. Talk to Sulik.
What you be need? Spirits be that which is a door does not always lead to anywhere. That which is not a door does.
Where's the dog? There's a dog somewhere around here. Hold on. You can go into fight mode to search for people and stuff. There's the dog. Grrr, woof, woof. I bet you just sound angry because you want something. Oh, you're just hungry, aren't you, boy? Let's see if I have some delicious dry meat to give you. Woof! The Mongol happily grabs the yummy dry meat, dropping a key that he must have had in his mouth. You pick up the key. Oh, poor boy, he must be hungry, patting the dog on the head. The dog will follow us a little bit now because he's all happy and stuff. But he gives a key. A standard key, Trapper Town key. This is a key that you can pay for or do some other stuff for later, but that's another way to get it. Have you found Smiley yet? Say, let me ask you about something. About your missing Brahmin. I think the Dunton brothers are rustling your Brahmin. I just thought you should know, ma'am. What? Are you sure about this? What proof do you have? I found some hollowed-out red scorpion claws in a shack near a Brahmin grazing area. I think the Duntons are wearing these to scare Tor, hence his fear of bugmen. I thought they were up to their usual tricks. My poor little Tor, what bullies these boys are. Well, that explains what they've been spooking Tor, but I'd like to get some more proof that the Duntons are the ones that have been stealing our cattle. I'm afraid your word of mouth isn't good enough. Actually, I checked the brands on the Brahmin over at the Duntons. If you look closely, you can see they simply slapped their brand over top of the previous one, which I assume was yours. A cell is it, then. With the bug parts and the double branding, we've got enough to turn those no-good boys in. We'll take it from here. These ruffians won't be causing trouble anymore. Thanks for your help. I will actually ask for money, because I don't have much right now. She'll give us a little bit. Thanks for the money. See you around. Normally, I wouldn't ask for money. I get more karma. But we need money. I'm pretty low on cash right now. Let's heal that poisoning, shall we? Basically, the way to heal it is just to let it pass through your system. There you go. It did some damage to us, but it's healed now. Nuns are all walking over to the bar now. Let's go to the canyon they spoke of, where they heard howling spirits at night. So go here, you'll see a robot. The robots have sustained a great deal of damages. Its surface is covered with dense scratches, mud, and broken wires. He looks unhurt, but has crippled limbs. So we get close. Does not compute! Does not compute! So my recommended tip for this guy is, well, first round, of course, just keep punching and then use your second round, because you'll get a free round. Is he throwing the flares? Oh, damn it, I shouldn't have given him the flares. Oh, that was bad. Main structure under attack. Basically, I punched it 3 times, then walk once. No, shouldn't have done that. I forgot he has extra range. Okay, let me show you the actual trick. What you want to do is hit him twice, and then use the rest of your AP to just run away. And he won't have enough to follow you that far. He got a spear instead of mine. Did he drop the knife, or is that a throwing knife? Oh, that's a throwing knife. I forgot that if you give him the stuff, you'll throw him at enemies. So, you can actually loot it. This is dead, but it gives you a lot of experience. So, we gotta pick a perk. There's a lot of perks in here that can be useful. Thief, smooth target. There's a lot of stuff. Quick pockets is a very useful skill, for example, that is just useful throughout the entire game, but there's a much better perk in here. The best perk is awareness. With awareness, you're given detailed information about any critter you examine. You see their exact hit points and information about any weapon they're equipped with. And then we shall put the rest of our points into speech. So now, skill is at 102. Before, it took 1 skill point to level up. If you put a point into it now, it'll take 2. So now we don't want to level that anymore. Now I'm gonna level small guns. 83. So now, if we look at Sulik, for example, take the inspect, you can see he has 85 out of 85 HP and is wielding a sharpened spear. Now, he's changing weapons because I gave him more weapons, but I would like him to use the knife mostly, but we'll fix that later. For now, it's fine if he switches now and then. So over here, you see a crashed vertebrate. This is actually a vertebrate referenced in Fallout New Vegas. A character in Novak will mention this. And, yeah. Over here is a dead person in a strange type of armor. Did he have a yellow reactive keycard? I don't actually know if it's useful for anything. In the normal original game, there was no use for it. It did nothing, but they might have changed that now. There we go. But yeah, this is just the next area you can go to and kill that robot for a bunch of experience. It's worth it. Now, I'm gonna go south a little bit. I like you. Oh, as a kid, you look funny. Damn kids. In this area, most of these people will just say like, rats everywhere. Do you have some food? 1, 2, 3, we. Great. What you doing? Fucking kids. What's your fucking kids? Urgh. Kids are so annoying. I believe this door is locked. Yes. Come on. There we go. And in here is a chest with more gecko pelts. We are starting to get weighted down, so let's trade some to Sulik. I'm not gonna give him the throwing knives, because he's just gonna throw them at enemy. Actually, one of them's gone from his inventory now. Or maybe that's what I sold, I don't know. Fine, you can have the hammers. He's just gonna switch to them, though. I wanted to use the knife mostly, because it gives him the most attacks. He will usually pick what weapon does the most damage per hit, but that's not always the best weapon. I can run fast when I see. God, that is just like an actual kid. So, if you've played this years ago, and you don't know, the European version of this game actually had every single child removed from the game. Well, they weren't actually removed. Their models were removed, so they were still there. They just wouldn't say anything, and you couldn't see them. But the kids were still actually there. And this will be a problem for later on, but we have the restoration patch, which re-adds a bunch of things and stuff, and it does fix the kid problem if you have the European version. Note! You can kill kids in this game, and it's not recommended. You'll get a perk that will screw you over heavily. This is a man you can get that key from. This one, if you didn't get it from the dog. Hello there, friend. Nice to visit all of us here. My name's Slim Pickett. I talk for Trapper Town. Hello there, Slim. My name's DD50. Why do you call this Trapper Town? Well, this part of town is where all the trappers live, and we're not trapping geckos. The only problem about the free digs are rats on the north side, but we have most of the entrance to that part of the mall barricaded pretty good. Rats, they're not rats. Well, it tastes pretty good if you don't spit roast them with just a touch of herbs. Most of the time, it can be a real nuisance when and they're getting worse. Back in the north side of town, they sneak through anyway. There's one door on the north side right here, but I have it locked. At home, Mom used to pan fry them with a little butter. But tell me more about the rat attacks. Put them in disappearing. Just slow and sickly for now. Of course, they don't start to cook their food like us. They just know how to do clumps of hand rags. At least that's all we find in the morning. Even heard talk to some kind of giant rat god that tells them what to do. Interesting. Tell me something else. Dragon geckos, golden geckos. Don't really care much. Okay, so we already have the key. You can get it from him several ways, including if you're female, you can sleep with him for the key. Yes. Auto wins. Use the key on the door. We could also lockpick the door. Oh, I tried to just lock the door. Anyways, the key is useless now, so I'm just gonna drop it. I don't think it'll sell for anything.